still watching TVC Breakfast. Now, great conversations we've had in Lagos. Let's now take you to the Center of Unity for the FCT brief, where we have Tijesu Adeoye and Eshomamo Imodu to give us the brief. Take us all the way to Benue. In Akwana, the conversation is with you.
Thank you so much, Ria. It's great having you back, and good morning, Nigeria. We're back again with the brief as usual from the FCT, so sit tight while we take you on that journey in the next 30 minutes.
Good morning, Nigerians. And today we're taking you to Benue State, bring you updates, what is happening right over there. TJ.
All right. The build-up to the 2027 general election is already reshaping political alignments across the country. And in Benue State, the All Progressives Congress is facing growing internal disagreements that have continued to attract public attention, with competing interests and widening divisions within the party. Many are watching closely to see how these developments could influence its fortunes in the next electoral cycle. As conversations around party cohesion, leadership, and electoral strategy gather momentum, questions are being asked about the implication of the current crisis for the APC in Benue State.
Some of these questions are, can the party resolve its internal differences before the 2027 elections, or will the lingering disputes alter the state's political landscape? These are issues that remain central to political observers and party supporters alike. But to discuss the state of affairs within the Benue APC and what the road to 2027 may hold, we are joined by Comrade Okpokwu Ogeny, APC Chieftain from Benue State. He's also the convener concerned APC Members Forum and a former senior special assistant to the APC National Chairman on Civil Society and Support Groups. He will be sharing his perspective on the challenges confronting the party, ongoing reconciliation efforts, and the prospects for the unity as preparations for the next general elections continue. Mr. Comrade Ogeny, nice to have you here with us.
Yeah, good morning to you. Good morning, Nigeria.
All right. Yeah, the APC crisis in Benue State is deepening, and after the primaries, even before the primaries, we had parallel structures, party structures in the state between the camp of the SGF, Senator George Akume, and Governor Alia, and also those who emerged from the APC primaries. We had the national body had to intervene, according to them, for us to have inclusivity, to intervene and bring back some who lost out at the primaries. Help us to understand what exactly is happening in the APC, because there are calls now that the governor cannot fly the ticket of the party in 2027. A group of people are saying, what exactly is happening?
Thank you very much. That is a fig imagination in the minds of few individuals from Benue who believe that the governor has not come to share the state treasury with them. I can assure you that the governor of Benue State, Reverend Father Dr. Haiset Yomealia, is completely in charge of the Benue voters. If election is to take place today, believe you me, that between 8 a.m. and 12 noon, the governor will clear the vote. The truth is, the traditional politicians have ganged up against the governor because the governor has chosen and prioritized development and infrastructure above sharing the state resources. You will agree with me that as we speak, Benue State is moving from a civil service state to industrialized state. We have the nail manufacturing factory in Benue right now built by this governor. We have the juice concentrate factory built by the governor. We have the beer factory built by the governor. We have the ongoing remodernization of Oba Road, some are dual carriages by the governor. Modern Street, Makurdi has been fully electrified and is moving to the second phase in other local areas. Benue State, as we speak, the governor is building 600 kilometers of road, and all of them are artifact. As we speak, over 300 kilometers have been completed. In my own village, I keep saying it, I have 38 kilometers of road artifact that is already ongoing and about 80% in completion. So whosoever says the governor cannot fly the party's ticket is against the interests of the APC in a larger form. And let me add again that when we talk about people who contested the election and lost, in the National Assembly, less than 30% of senators and House of Rep members are returning. Is it Benue cause or is it the cause of Father Alia? It shows very clear that so many people have lost touch with their people, the primary way that brought them to power. So, and today, they are facing the challenges of returning to the National Assembly. That is not the problem of the governor. The governor of Benue State, as we speak, is building, renovating 23 general hospitals across the 23 local government of Benue. Okpokwu General Hospital has been donated to the Federal University of Health Sciences. It's building a brand new general hospital in Okpokwu. As we speak, the 3 senatorial zone is also witnessing the reconstruction, new building of technical schools across the 3 geopolitical zones, senatorial zones. As we speak, the governor has built a complete, full-fledged university.
All right, Mr.
Benue State University of Agriculture and Innovation in Ihu.
All right, we hear those achievements, but let's come back to the party matters, because the APC National Working Committee overturned several Benue primary results after appeals and replacing candidates initially declared winners. Does this not amount to the national leadership overruling the wishes of the party members in Benue State?
It is not only applicable to Benue. Kogi State is affected, Kwara State is affected, Ondo State is affected. So we cannot localize it as a Benue crisis because it's a national crisis. So the party has conducted election. The party set up an appeal committee. Appeal committee has also made its own findings and come out with a decision. So it is the prerogative of the leadership of the party to also review the appeals and determine whosoever has merited the ticket. However, we are saying that in a fair political atmosphere, just like in Zamfara State, where positions were shared among party leaders, it should have been done in Benue, like the governor taking charge of his senatorial zone, the SJF taking charge of his senatorial zone, and my own zone, which is Zone C, taking charge by the Zone C people. So it could have solved the problem of litigation that may arise after these primary elections. As we speak, nobody actually knows who is actually a candidate of the party, because those who won from the field are still insisting that there were no cause for appeal to overturn their result. And those whose result have been turned in their favor are also celebrating that they have actually won the election. So it therefore means that the party may be running into crisis if not properly handled. And I can assure you that the only person who can resolve this crisis is Mr. President himself. Because I believe that the national leadership of the party is actually handicapped as far as this lingering crisis is concerned.
All right. Are you saying that the national leadership will take these steps without due clearance from Mr. President? And because we also got information, also the other group are saying that even before the party primaries, there was a call from the national that the serving lawmakers should be returned, but according to them, but because they are loyal to the SGF, the governor decided to jettison that proposal for peace. And he foisted his own candidates, and his own candidates emerged. But the national had to overrule, because the pathway to peace in Benue is to have the SGF also have his own men returned. Why is the governor playing difficult?
The governor is actually not playing difficult in this matter. I was not able to attend the meeting because I'm also an appointee of Mr. President as a member of Governing Council. So we're all invited for the meeting, but I have a critical national assignment that exempted me from that meeting. But I listened to the interview by Mr. Governor and that of the SGF. Why the SGF addressed the media and said that the president had directed him that all the National Assembly and State Assembly members elected on the platform of the party should be returned unopposed. The governor also addressed the press same day, same venue, that the party, the national leadership of the party, have also said there is no automatic ticket. The zonal chairman, North Central Zonal Chairman, Bauer, was also there, who also made it clear that the party's decision is that there is no automatic ticket. The governor is not a spirit. that will know the minds of the president and the minds of the party, or believe the two separate stories at the same time. So whatsoever happened can be traced back to the national leadership of the party. See, let me tell you this. In terms of party administration, during the reign of Dr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Benue crisis was deeper than this. And he was able to resolve it because he went into it and ensured that everything is shared between the SGF and the governor, including national intervention and palliatives between these two groups to ensure that we have stability in the party. But this present leadership of the party has not been able to establish such doctrine or continue with it. And that is the crisis we are having. Now, to be very candid, very, very candid, a governor that is the pride of the APC in North Central Nigeria, apart from him being the only priest as a reverend father who is a governor in Nigeria today, the governor until December last year did not take 1 naira as loan and was able to put all these infrastructures together, build a full-fledged university, constructed roads, factories, and others in the state. The party should celebrate him. And in any way, the party is supposed to call a meeting between the SGF and the governor. These are two people that have benefited immensely from the people's wealth. So they should be able to manage the big elephant they have killed and share the meat amicably. What does it take for the party to invite the SGF and invite the governor to a round table, even before the primary elections? We are talking about even the congresses, and say, the SGF, we are the leader of North Central of the party. The national chairman too is from the North Central of the party. The governor is the leader of the party in the state. So for us to work amicably, Mr. Governor, we need to concede. This one go to SGF, SGF, this one goes to you. And the same leadership can take the same proposal to the president and bring them as a witness. The president can witness this agreement and everything is done amicably. But the continuous crisis as we speak may also affect Mr. President election. Let me be bold and tell you, I am involved with the presidential campaign. I was a member of the campaign council, the last one, and even this one as a member of governing council. I'm the national auditor of Forum of Governing Council in Nigeria. We have also commenced mobilization for Mr. President re-election. The truth is, if this crisis is not resolved amicably, it will come to a point that the supporters of the SGF will begin to work openly against the governor. And you will see that the supporters of the governor will now begin to also work openly against the SGF. It will boil down to whosoever get victory will favor this person and whosoever get to favor the other person. And therefore, our vote will be largely affected. Remember that PDP has a group in Benue waiting for our misfortune to cash in.
All right, so help us understand this fractured relationship between Governor Hyacinth and the SGF Akume. Is it more personal or is it about the soul of the party in Benue State?
It may interest you to know that if you ask the SGF, he will tell you he does not have problem with the governor. And if you ask the governor, he will also tell you he does not have problem with the SGF. I'm privy to information when I was at the secretariat, working as SSA to the national chairman. The SGF was asked, and he said no, that it is his supporters, those who work for the governor, they are the one complaining. They should call them. And I did remember, I was part of that meeting when Dr. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as national chairman, invited the aggrieved parties and talked to them. That was during the dissolution of Benue ESCO, to have a unity caretaker committee to solve the problem. But the problem was not solved. Instead, the dissolved ESCO went to court. And that day, it was in that the NWC hall, Senator Titus Zam said that the decision of Akume is different from their decision, that they were not carried along in that decision. So it therefore means that they are not even subject to Akume's leadership. So it makes it difficult. And therefore, when they cause this crisis, they run back to Akume, and the SGF will accept them as children. You know, as a father, you can accept any child, whether good or bad. So the supporters of the SGF have been the one causing this problem. First, the SGF need to call his supporters to order. And the governor also need to call his supporters to order. Because from the both sides, the thing is already being overstretched. The crisis we are talking in Benue is purely against the progress of the state. Okay. Sorry, before you come in, the National Assembly members, we have 2 senators in the APC, and we have 11 House of Rep members under the platform of the APC. Before one left, we now have 10. Out of these people that have come, they are supposed to synergize with the state to bring development to the state. They have various committees, make proposals into the budget.
I'd like you to hold that thought. We'll still continue right after this break. But the deepening crisis within the APC in Benue State, and still with us is an APC chieftain, Mr. Ogeny.
Yeah,
you were speaking on something before the break.
Yes. What I was saying before the break is the fact that if you check the record of past Benue governors, they are all facing EFCC, from Akume to Suswan to Oton. And Governor Hyacinth earlier have decided to learn from the mistake of others. Instead of sharing the state resources among the so-called stakeholders, he decided to invest it into industrializing Benue. And therefore, these people are interested in sharing whatsoever comes to the state. As we speak, this is the first time we're having underpass in Benue State. We have one in Boko, we have one in Makodi, in fact 2 in Makodi, otherwise it's all going. And there is a proposal for another one in Okpokwu to go around the state, senatorial district. And as we speak, Benue Investment Promotion Council is also building Marabon factory in all the local government. Oil palm producing factory, Gari processing factory, and what have you. So a state that is progressing, should we now jettison this progress that everybody is benefiting from and go back to sharing of the state resources? So I will not subscribe to that, and I will never support the governor in doing that. The truth is, the governor is committed to the people because he has a social contract with the people.
Let me bring this in. Earlier you talked about both camps saying, I don't have problem with this person, I don't have, it's our supporters. But do you think they are being sincere? Because the supporters will always take the body language and what their leaders are asking them to do. Now, you said also that both camps are likely to work against each other ahead of 2027.
Yes.
Is that not a political challenge to the APC in the state? And so those who are saying that the governor running on the ticket in 2027 is a political liability, seem as if you're saying that they are correct. Because if they're going to be working at cross purpose, then it's a liability to the party in 2027.
Let me tell you this. If the governor do not support any of these National Assembly members that got ticket, they will still lose. That is where I'm trying to drive in, that it may affect Mr. President re-election vote in Benue. Because the governor will need to come out wholeheartedly to support the candidates that have emerged. If not, they will not be able to win. I contested for governor in 2019. Jime was our candidate. We did all our possible best to win. We couldn't win. So the Reverend Father came in. At first, we didn't believe in him. But all political parties in Benue were seeking for the governor. PDP and Labour Party and the rest. And the APC, we had to go after him. The governor printed his poster without a party. That was why he joined the party at the late tail end. Before the primaries, he became the candidate. He won the election. Even when the local government vote were yet to be collated, they still declare him winner. Because if you give the entire vote to the opposition, the governor has still won. So for somebody to sit there and say the governor on the television and say the governor cannot win re-election or is a liability, the person is just deceiving the gullible followers of his. Because as we speak, one of the persons who is championing that narrative has the praises of government in his village for the first time since he was born. I think it's about 50 years now, during the era of Governor Alia. Alia has appointed a commissioner for his village. There has not even been a special assistant to the governor of Benue for his village before. Can he go back and tell the people that the man who has recognized us in government, we shouldn't vote for him? Or can he go back and tell the people that the local government chairman that is also doing well in his place, that people are already applauding, you understand, he's not doing well, they shouldn't vote for his party? So is he going to go back and convince Benue people that this man that is paying salary, let me tell you, the governor has paid 15 billion naira debt of Benue State University, this end allowance, kata implementation and others that is making the state to go. He has also built 2 new faculties into Benue State University in Adipo. So is he going to go back and tell the people that the man that is performing all these things should not be voted again? So the people are only trying to deceive people to create crisis in the national scene for people to come in and think that there is a problem in Benue. I've assured you, I've said it here before and I'm saying it now, that even if the governor decamp to any party, he will win the election. What the governor may lack is the traditional politicians that manage the process. And right now, we have Suswan with the governor. We have the likes of Barnabas Gamade with the governor. The likes of Senator Mebute with the governor. The likes of General Lawrence Onoja with the governor. And we have a couple of other politicians with the governor. But more traditional politicians are with the SJ.
Okay,
and that is why we are calling for synergy.
Help us understand this situation, because many of the tickets, National Assembly tickets secured in your party was from the Akume camp. And you said without the governor, they might not be able to secure victory.
Yes,
help
the general
us
election.
Understand, because if those structures cannot win election, how possible is it that the governor will win his own election?
That is what I've told you before. I'll say it again. The governor is called Healing Mass. The governor is called Healing Mass. The governor is such a person that if he's walking on the street, people struggle to touch his garments and believe that by touching him alone, they will get healing. The governor has water, this holy water that they sprinkle on people, and the people call with all manner of ailments. He's a Holy Ghost pastor. As a priest.
Does that translate into politics?
Now listen, yes, that was what brought him to power. He came in with a movement called the Yes Father movement into the party. It was the Yes Father movement that won the 2023 election for us.
You forget that politics is different from religion.
No, it's not religion per se. I say when even Muslims, Hindus, traditionalists, once you go to your pastor as a pastor and it doesn't work, you look for another alternative. People come from all walks of life to him. Even from Abuja here, people go to Benue for prayers. What I'm telling you is the Okada riders, it's not all of them that are Christians. The farmers, the civil servant, all of them put together. They challenge us. They will tell us that you politicians, what do you think? How many are you? Say we farmers, civil servants, you understand, pensioners who vote for the governor and defeat you people. How many are you? I said it here, that the governor has the population to win election. Anytime, any day. He can remain even in any party and win election. The governor can win 80% of Benue vote without even going out to campaign for extra vote.
Correct.
It's already there. So the problem we have is those 20% of Benue population who are traditional politicians. You know what they call traditional politicians are people who take politics as their business. These are the people against the governor. Yes, I'm of the opinion that the governor should consider these traditional politicians and accommodate them. But let it not be to the detriment of Benue State development and progress that we are witnessing so far.
Okay, to what advantage will these traditional politicians we talked about, former Governor George Akume, would you say they will add to the political advantage of the governor in 2027? Because people said he has structure, he has everyone he had supported in time past have become governor.
Yes.
Now he's still there, and you're fighting the same person that gave you the platform.
I'm not sure Governor Hyacinthe Alia is fighting the SGF. He's not fighting Akume. It's not. I've said this here, and I'll keep saying it. And you agree with me that the governor, once in a while, visits the SGF. From the victory in the Supreme Court, he visited the SGF. Immediately after the assembly, state assembly leadership, the tussle that actually opened the wound of this crisis, he visited the SGF. And periodically, he keeps visiting the SGF to update him the happenings and governance of Benue. And each of these meetings, they will come out, they will snap pictures, they will laugh and all of that. But after some times, the supporters of the SGF will go back and start causing trouble. What I say here is the SGF should be magnanimous enough to censure his supporters. And the governor should also be magnanimous enough to accommodate some of these people. That is their interest. What is their interest? Give us something to eat. Now, the governor doesn't want to give something to eat so that he may not just go to prison at the end of his tenure. So for you to get something to eat from the governor, you must come back with something. Bring an innovation, bring idea, bring something that can translate into working for the state, then you can make profit from it. Those constructing roads, they have profit. Those building bridges have profit. Those building, even renovating schools have profit. So if you have something that is productive, that can add value to Benue, bring it. The governor will patronize you. I was in a meeting when the governor announced that anybody who wants to go into farming, whether livestock farming, crop farming, should come. He is going to give money. These people are not ready to farm. They are not ready to do anything that will bring money to the state or bring dignity to the state. Now you just sit down in the studio here and somebody from your state will start bringing money for you every month for doing nothing. How do you retire such money?
Well, Benue continues to grapple with deadly attacks by armed groups. Don't you worry that this political infighting is distracting these big political wigs in the state from attending to this very pressing issue?
No. The governor has one of the best command and control center built in Benue right now. And that is why you see that we have a minimal attack in Benue State. Apart from the pocket of isolated attacks that we witnessed in recent time, there have not been any mass attack as it used to be. So the control center is actually effective. It's a security matter, which we may not discuss so much here in order not to give the terrorists or bandits the opportunity to know exactly what's happening in the state. But I can assure you that even street traffic lights installed in Benue have cameras that track the activities of people and being monitored by the security agencies. So Benue is doing well in terms of security, and I want to assure you that in a short while to become a thing of the past. Just as the governor within 2 years in office was able to control the yearly flooding of Benue State. He was able to build road, channel water, these concrete drainages, and the water has been controlled within Makurdi. No more flood. For 2 years now, we have no flood in Benue, and the governor is just 3 years in office. So there are a lot of things that the governor is achieving, but he's camera shy. If the governor is not camera shy and you come to Benue, I would assure you that every day for like 20, 30 days, every day for 20, 30 days, you will be visiting project sites and seeing the development and monitoring it yourself.
All right. That's where we'll leave the conversation this morning. We do hope that, solution comes to this deepening crisis within the party in Benue State, and, you're able to put all this behind you before the elections. Thank you so much.
Last word?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, now, my advice is that the governor has visited the president, and I'm sure he must have made a formal complaint to him. And the president has also appointed the SGF to be the secretary to the state, federal government. The president should be able to call the governor and the SGF to a meeting and commit them to sign agreement of peace deal in terms of sharing of state positions, so that we can have a lasting peace in Benue.
All right. I hope the president is hearing you as well. Thank you so much for your time with us on the program.
God bless you.
Thank you.
That's our offering today on